Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Talk Kashrus, presented by the Kashrus Awareness Project in conjunction with Torah Anytime. Today I am privileged to once again be joined by Rav Shmuel Fuerst, Dayan of Agudas Yisroel of Illinois. Thank you, Rav Fuerst, once again. So nice to sit with you. So I'd like to discuss with you today the concept of Maras Ayin, and we'll get into some practical examples that I think the viewers will enjoy hearing the Rav's guidance on. But let's start with the difference between Maras Ayin and Chashash, which I know the Rav's Rebbe, Rav Moshe Feinstein, discusses in a tshuva. Talk about that for a second. What is Maras Ayin and what is Chashash?
Maras Ayin is people be chayshish that they see you walk, let's say, in the restaurant. Let's go talk example.
Talk a practical example. I want to get a drink from a fountain soda from, let's say, McDonald's. Or I want to use a bathroom in a McDonald's. Can I walk into a McDonald's, or do I have to be worried that Maras Ayin, meaning that people are going to see me walking in, they're going to think that I'm eating in a treife restaurant?
To go into McDonald's, to go to the washroom, or to go for a Coke, a drink, or something like that, I don't see a problem. There's no Maras Ayin. No one's being choshed a from yid wearing a yarmulke, going to McDonald's, buying himself a cheeseburger or anything treife. That's no chashash. The only chashash is on type of restaurants that are kosher style restaurants. That are Maras Ayin. Let's say you have a vegetarian restaurant, or you have other type of restaurants without hashgacha, and some of them, even though it's only vegetarian, people think there's no problem. There is a serious problem, because sometimes they use seasonings that are treife, sometimes they use oils that are treife. There are serious problems in a vegetarian restaurant, and it must have hashgacha. Without hashgacha, you cannot eat in a vegetarian restaurant. It doesn't make a difference if you go into the kitchen and see what they're doing and so on. It's asa. Unless there's a proper hashgacha on it, only then you can eat in such a restaurant. McDonald's, even though it's mamish treife and the sif chazer and all other types of things, still afal pikein, there's no chashash and Maras Ayin, because people are not choshed you can eat harfus. They might say vegetarian, if he goes in there and he's eating in this restaurant, it must be okay then. He must have checked it out. Then there's a Maras Ayin. People choshish that people will think that this restaurant is okay. That's a Maras Ayin. There are restaurants out there that don't have a ksherim. They serve even a glad kosher. But you don't know what they use in there. There's no hashgacha on it. You can't eat today from any type of restaurant without hashgacha. Even if it's from Hamish owners, there must be hashgacha on every restaurant. You can't eat without hashgacha in a restaurant, period. McDonald's, you're not going to get a hechsher, but over there it's mutter because everyone knows it's treife. Mm-hmm. So if you wise, because they'll take either going to the washroom or you're having a Coke, a drink, or something like that. But to be choshish that the itafas, that we're not choshish for. So therefore you have to be careful that people think if it's a kosher style restaurant. Moshe, to go mamish treife restaurant, a steakhouse, it's mamish treife, tarfas. You go in sometimes for business reasons. You take out a goyish client, and you walk in there. People think no one be choshit you of eating the steak and so on.
Even if you're sitting down with him.
And
he orders food and you don't.
The only problem which you're not addressing is paying for his meal, because it's chayr dvarim mesurim. If he's not your employee and you're taking out a client, he's not your worker. Doesn't work for you. You take out a client and something like that, a business meeting and so on, to pay for it. Then you have a shal, it's chayr dvarim mesurim. Therefore, you should only take him out to a frum restaurant, to a kosher restaurant, because he cannot pay for it unless he's paying his own thing, or he's paying for you also. But you're paying for him. That's called schar dor masum, and the kulyam is no heter. Shach says clearly in Siman Kuf Zayin, clearly it's us. There's no heter. The only time it's mutter if it's on it has a proper hashgacha, and that's it.
Got it. Could the Rav just address the chashash Maras Ayin issue?
Yeah, people think you're walking into a restaurant. Let's say it's hanging out or yarmulke and so on. You're going to a restaurant. It's a kosher style restaurant. People are choshish that you're eating there. And they'll think you're doing Issa. Or they'll think, the other way around. They'll think if you're there, it's kosher. Worse, they'll think they can eat there also. Mm-hmm. So therefore, all these things, you got to be very careful which restaurant you go into. And if you don't know, ask a shayla. That's what we're bottom out for. Ask a shayla.
Now, speaking of Maras Ayin, how about not so much a restaurant issue, but more where people prepare foods, let's say meat with non-dairy milk, almond milk, being served at the same meal? Is there a Maras Ayin issue that people won't know that it's a non-dairy milk?
It used to be a time, I remember at dinners, banquets and dinners and chasanas, there used to be time, maybe most people younger won't remember that, there used to be time, there used to be a sign on the middle of the table that this is not milk. This is a parv. This it's there. It's mamish parv. To avoid the problem I was saying. In the last many years, last 10, 15 years, you haven't seen any more on the table because everyone knows such thing as parva. There's parva milk and so on.
Creamer, non-dairy,
non-dairy. Most are non-dairy. So there's no Mara sign anymore today. Amo used to have signs, but today it's not necessary anymore because everyone knows such a thing as a non-dairy. Looks like a milk and it's a parva product.
How about something like the Impossible Burger, which is very popular, which is a non-meat burger that's served with cheese. Yeah. So it's like it's a kosher cheeseburger. Do you
there's
need
no
a simon?
There's no Mara sign. If it comes with hechsher, it comes in a box or whatever it is, you can. If it has hechsher on it, then it's okay. Then it's parv. The cheese probably parv cheese, or the hamburger.
Either the hamburger is not a burger, is not a fleishiger burger, or the cheese is parv cheese.
Yeah, either way
is not a problem as long as the store is under hashgacha.
Right. Yeah.
You don't have to have any special simon sign saying that.
Nothing. If it's under a proper hechsher, then there should be no problem.
Is there any difference in your house as well?
No, people know that the mother, the one who's cooking in the house, is serving kosher, and you don't have to worry about it. If you're going to non-frum people eating there and so on, then you got to be careful. You're more careful. But if your mother serves you or your wife serves you, you assume she's a frum woman and she's doing everything properly. Sometimes you might be a little bit nervous, so look at the box and you see if there's a hechsher on it and so on. There are times that housewives make mistakes. That's what I bought them out for. When you have problems, what do you have to kasha afterwards?
There's another question that comes to Mara Sign. I have an interesting picture. I'll show the Rav. Bacon flavored bits.
Yeah. So
it's basically it's an artificially flavored item.
Yeah.
It's called bacon flavored bits. Obviously, it's not bacon.
Right.
It's not made from non-kosher meat.
It has a
hechsher on it.
If it has a
proper hechsher, is there an issue with Mara Sign?
There's no Mara Sign.
I could buy it. I could eat it. No problem. No, don't have to worry about it.
Listen, we live in a day and age that everything wants to have olam hazeh. They want to see what the goyim, what they're missing from the goyim. So they want something kosher flavored. But the ma'aseh mikvah, if it has to eat it, I don't know if you eat it. That's your problem. With a hechsher, you can eat it. And that's it.
We're talking about halacha here.
Yeah, right? Yes.
Well, what does the Rav feel hashkafically about it?
I don't see why you need all this stuff. You have to have cheeseburgers and this and that. We have Baruch Hashem, good stuff of the Hamish stuff. What do you have to come on to the goyim? But if a person wants it, I can't stop him.
So halachically, it's okay.
Halachically, it's no problem.
Thank you so much.